All right, we're here at the Niagara Falls Comic Con, and I'm here.
Falls Comic Con.
That's right. I'm here.
Look at this. Look at this room. Yet another blank room. At least I see a glimmer of sunlight up there, so that's a little better.
That is true. It's nice out today.
Yeah, it is.
Stuck inside.
I heard you guys had a brutal winter.
Oh, the winter was horrible this year. It didn't stop.
Wow.
I feel like it's going to come back any minute.
I spent my winter in Puerto Rico, so I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you rub it in. You rub it in.
No, no. Who wants a pina colada at 9 in the morning with 4
Nobody. So last time we caught up with you at the Toronto Fan Expo 2 years ago,
Wonderful
and had an awesome time talking to you.
I remember.
Well, at the time you were getting ready to put out Sushi Girl.
Yes.
They were finishing that up, and it did come out.
Yes.
I saw it. I loved that film, Tony.
Thank you, man.
It was great.
That was an act of love. Although I got a residual check the other day for $1.78, and I'm the executive producer.
Independent film.
Well, and also, I mean, just a shout out. I know VOD, video on demand, is an independent filmmaker's dream because it sounds good, but there's no money in that. Because as soon as you release something on that, and people unfortunately tend to bootleg it and stuff, and I know that sounds cool, people that go home and bootleg stuff, but each of these films are little IRAs to actors and the filmmakers involved. This is our livelihood. So when you steal something, it is stealing. And it's no longer to be recovered. So please don't do that, because we love making movies. We love that you love movies, but everything has a price.
Right, I got you. When you were putting that together, there was a kind of a halt on production. You had to get some finishing funds together and stuff.
Finishing funds. We had actually a 6-month gap. But in that 6 months, we got Mark Hamill, and that was worth the price of admission.
You two tore that movie up.
I love Mark. Mark is great, and congratulations, Mark, for being in the new Star Wars.
Yeah,
I know
absolutely.
and I know you're getting taken care of. Not only that, but what's his face? Peter Chewbacca. Who's Chewbacca?
Peter Mayhew.
Thank you, Peter Mayhew. Thank you. Getting rewarded again because his health is fit. All of them. So that's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Now, so what do you work? Anything coming out now that you're promoting doing?
Well, it's always something to promote.
Right.
I got a yo-yo in my pocket that hasn't been used. No, I just finished this wonderful, small, independent short film called Cowboys Girl. If you follow me on Twitter at Tony Todd 54, you can get updated on the latest stuff. That thing was a labor of love. It's about an estranged relationship between a father and a daughter in Vegas. He's a bit of a scoundrel. They haven't seen each other in 8 years. It's written by a beautiful woman named Deanna Nicole Baxter. I was honored she asked me to play cowboy. It is something from the heart.
Awesome. And now, how will people when will we get a chance to find this?
Go to the short film festivals, the big ones, Cannes, South by Southwest, etc., and then someday it'll be presented. Trust me, it's one of the best projects I've worked on.
Well,
in a year.
I think, and I don't know, maybe you have an opinion on this, but I mean, Netflix, obviously, like Sushi Girl came out on Netflix, and it seemed to do fairly well on Netflix.
No, but there's no money on Netflix.
Oh, okay. So again,
I don't want to sound like a guy that like plants seeds and I go to farm,
that's all right.
And then the buzzards have come and all my vegetables are gone. But it is, the model today is different than the model 10 years ago. So we just have to reinvent and readjust. But that way is not the way. Now, as a fan, I mean, at least Netflix, the people are paying for it. That's $9.99. Right. But you can't. It's hard to split up $9.99 per 5,000 titles against pennies on the dollar. But at least you guys are doing that, and that's more honorable than just straight up bootlegging.
Right. Well, it just it seems to have reinvigorated kind of a lot of smaller projects too. So
that part is
but
positive.
I see that there's. I guess it's going a lot same way as the music industry in a lot of ways.
Absolutely. If I was a rock musician and I can no longer sell a CD, which seems inconceivable to me,
I know.
Or that immediately as my stuff comes out, it's already available streaming. Yeah, so it's a whole new age. This is the age of Vine, where kids are making 1 to 6 second videos, and getting paid for it.
The next short film you're going to do is going to be 27 seconds long, because that's the attention span of the audience.
That's the part of it, man. That's unfortunately,
I know.
But we have to retrain ourselves.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I
we're
agree.
losing a whole history of classic films. I'm not just talking about the stuff I do. I'm talking about the black and white stuff, the Billy Wilder stuff, the Preston Sturges stuff, the Orson Welles stuff.
No, I totally agree. The formula that's out today is just totally stale. There's no character to the films anymore. I mean, when you look back 20 years ago. There was a lot more character to a lot of cinema.
I did see a wonderful film just last week, Chef. If you haven't seen it, Jon Favreau. Wonderful film. The best film I've seen since I saw Nebraska last year with Bruce Stern.
Nebraska was incredible.
Wasn't that a great
Amazing
film? Black and white, a return to glory. Bruce Stern and his...
Telling stories again.
Telling stories. But Chef, it's about a chef who gets fired and he reinvents himself with the food truck tour from Miami to L.A., bonding with his son. So you got food, you got rhythm. The soundtrack is amazing.
Wow.
Latin music, Al Green, just beautiful. Well written, well conceived. Cameos by Dustin Hoffman, Robert Downey Jr.
Wow. I'm going to check that out.
You'll love it.
Excellent.
But besides Cowboys Go, we just did a fan-based Star Trek.
Oh, really?
That's being done by people that actually worked on Star Trek and contributing their time to make sure it's stellar. It's called Prelude to Axanar.
Nice.
And I play Admiral Ramirez. So those two things I shot in the last 3 weeks.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks for taking the time to catch up with us, man.
Positive people, follow your dreams, whatever they may be.
You got any advice for aspiring younger actors and artists today, seeing how things are different?
If things are changing, you got to stay abreast of those changes. You got to figure out how to straddle the new medium instead of chasing it.
Right.
So figure that out. And I go back to basics. If you want to be an actor or a performer, you got to study. You got to watch everything, even if you're not in it. You got to watch it because you can learn from what other people do, right? Talk to creative people.
Right.
Always stay inspired. Open your eyes. If you're in Niagara Falls, don't just glance past it. Be in it. Be immersive. And
experience.
That experience, man, that counts for that speaks volumes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's worth more than the cost of a price of tea.
Maybe not. Tea's gotten expensive. They sell for $8 a cup. Thanks a lot for talking to us today, Tony.
Again. Good to see you all.
Yeah, we hope we catch up again soon.
Awesome.